Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jimbo. Today we're going to be talking about ozone generators and how they could be used to disinfect, kill bacteria, and kill germs inside cars, but also homes and all kinds of different things. Now, these claims have been verified, and all you need to really do is research ozone gas or O3 or enriched oxygen. But in this video, what I'm going to show you is how I use this machine. So this is an ozone generator. It looks very homemade because it probably is, and I'll link this one in the notes below. This video is not sponsored or anything. This is just a machine and a company that I've been using for the past 8 years to actually use ozone for odor removal inside homes, cars, apartments, all kinds of things. So I have a ton of knowledge with the use of ozone, and one of the benefits, so before I was mainly using it for odor removal, say milk got spilt and you tried to shampoo it out and you still got the smell or whatever, any odors really, rodents that died in cars, fuel, all kinds of crazy stuff. But now, in this day and age, what it can be used for is disinfecting. So in this video, what I'm going to show you is how to use an ozone machine safely inside a car and some of the precautions that you should look out for to keep yourself safe, but also your client safe. So all that and more coming up in this video. So there's a few things. Obviously, this is an industrial unit. So a lot of the ones on Amazon are smaller, and what you really want to look at is the output. So you really want a higher output machine versus a less output machine, because you can use a higher output machine for less time. For ozone gas to be effective, it needs to reach a certain saturation point, and sometimes you'll even see it in a car, if your machine is powerful enough, a bit of a haze. That's kind of what you're going after. You need a high saturation point for a duration of time to make sure you're killing the viruses. That's why I chose a higher output machine. This one in particular can do about 1,200 square feet. And so obviously a car is not 1,200 square feet. And so I only run this in a car if we're sanitizing anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. If it's an odor removal, I do an hour at a time until the odor is removed. A couple key things that you want to make sure you're being vigilant of. If this is a client's car, obviously proper protection. You maybe want to use a mask. You cannot sit in the car with the machine running. Do not do that. Very, very important. You do not want to be in the car. It causes respiratory issues and you will have a hard time breathing. Do not be in the car. Also, there are machines that you could sit in the car or you could have on the outside of the car. This one has the ability for both. So this tube right here, you can go to Home Depot and get another PVC, I don't know what it would be called, a piece of PVC that can go in here, and then you can hook a hose up to it, crack the window, and then put the hose through the window, ensuring that you seal the window with a towel or something as the hose is in it. I don't like that method because I think it's harder to reach that saturation point, which is why I don't have it hooked up here. I set this machine in the car, and so again, make sure you're wearing a mask, gloves, stuff like that to kind of protect yourself, but also do it outside if you can. Ozone gas can be gnarly at high saturation points, so you want to really be careful. So let me show you how I set it up inside the car. All right, so setting it up in the car, if the machine's going to be in the car, isn't super important as to how you set it up. I like to tend to angle it up to make it go in the air and then fall down on everything. If you have a dedicated spot, that if you're trying to remove an odor and you have a dedicated spot, say the back of the seat or the carpet or whatever, I would angle it at that. But for a general sanitation service, I'm just propping it up like this. And then again, with the cord, the power cord, you could either drag it through the window, or I just like to kind of wedge it and shut the door. Yes, your cord is getting crunched, but in my experience, it's not that bad. You get a better seal that way. So then there is a switch on it. I have all the doors open, and then I plug it in and I start it, and then I close all the doors and set my timer and let it run. After the service is done, or after the timer is done, what you're going to want to do is just unplug it at your power source. At the outlet, just unplug it and then come over and open all the doors and all the windows. Again, this is why you want to be doing it outside, or if you have a really big shop, do it in the shop, because now it's been sanitized and disinfected, and now all the gas needs to kind of escape and get out. So I prefer to have it outside. You do not want to be entering the vehicle right after you complete the machine or the run time. Don't worry about going in and getting your machine. Let the air kind of let the fresh air come in and kind of dissipate that ozone. You hit a high saturation point and now you need it to go back to normal. One tip that you can do that'll help aid that process to go a little bit faster is you could spray something like an air freshener inside, or even water. If you just have water, lemon water will help, and it'll help dissipate that ozone smell. What you're gonna smell is kind of a chlorine smell. This is not harmful for you now, especially as fresh air starts to enter in, but you will have that kind of sterile chlorine smell. And I recommend, if you're doing it for a customer, you wait about 10 to 20 minutes before they can take their car home. Most people have no effect to the ozone. If you do it all, you just kind of cough a little bit. But again, 10 to 20 minutes, let the car air out and just leave it. Retrieve your machine later, just unplug it at the source and open all the doors and let fresh air go through. And if you need to get rid of that smell even faster, some lemon water and air freshener and just spray it in and you're good to go.